Hey, what's up? It's Hyla back on the Daily Buzz. Now, let's get into some Emmy talk. I got my fellow TV junkies here, celeb, senior TV editor, Jethro Nettedog, and Access Hollywood correspondent, Laura Saltman. Big weekend for you guys. Is this fun or is this stressful when you have to jump into Emmy weekend?
I like the dress.
The dress,
That's the
of
best
course.
part about it.
Yes, and maybe some parties, sneaking into some after stuff, for sure. Okay, let's jump right into Best Comedy. This is one of those big awards, big moments that everyone's going to be waiting for. You got 30 Rock, Big Bang, Curb, Girls, Modern Family, and Veep. Laura, who do you think has the best chance of winning
No
this?
contest. It's going to be Modern Family. There's nothing that beats it right now on TV. I know a lot of the critics really love Girls, but it's a first-year comedy. Not a lot of people have seen it yet. It's got a lot of buzz, but it's just not.
I learned so much about relationships watching Girls.
I know, but it's just
staying in a toxic relationship keeps me from growing. These are the things that I learned from Girls.
But that doesn't win Emmys right now.
It's you and like 10 other people.
Oh, come on. But sometimes the Emmys get a little cute and like, oh, we're going to pick industry people that we like.
No, not in this category.
So in my opinion, Girls should win. You think Modern Family will win. Jethro?
I agree. Yeah, I think Modern Family is going to take it again.
Yeah.
Again, but that's not going to hurt them, that the fact that they have been so successful over the last couple of seasons?
Absolutely
I
not.
think not this year, but maybe in the future as Girls and Veep and all those other things get into their sophomore seasons. You know, but I think right now, yeah, Modern Family, still the writing is really great. The acting is still good. They can still get people tuning in. Their ratings are great. I mean, I just think it's just, they're still on a good roll right now.
Totally. Okay, moving on to Best Drama. Boardwalk, Breaking Bad, Downton Abbey, Game of Thrones, Homeland, and Mad Men. This one is kind of difficult. I feel this is a harder category to pinpoint who's going to take it away. Laura?
Well, it's definitely going to be Mad Men versus Breaking Bad, two AMC shows. You know, Mad Men's won this 4 times in a row. If they win again, it'll be the 5th. That's the first time in history that a drama will have done that. I don't think the Emmy voters are going to let that happen.
But this last season was the best season.
I know, but Breaking Bad.
The opening dance, like, at his birthday, like, that was amazing.
The French wife.
Yes.
Yeah, but you know what? The Breaking Bad, you just can't beat the season as well.
But
and
they also have, but
Jeff,
they have like a second, they broke up this last season, so you had some episodes now, you're going to have some last year. So next year they could still show some
but Breaking Bad was also airing when the nominations went out, so people were able to actually watch it while they were voting, whereas Mad Men had already left.
Okay, who do you think is taking this drama, best drama?
You know, I think we should be watching for Homeland right now. Golden Globe winners. I think that basically and it's just so tightly scripted and well acted, and it's just, I think it's a real darling too.
I disagree with you on the tightly scripted. There was a moment when I was watching it in its first season and I said, I can't deal with this. And they're walking out of the mosque and they're talking about an FBI government investigation walking right past news cameras. Like, those little attentions to detail on a show like that, I think, are so important.
And sometimes the Emmy...
I think you pay a little bit too much attention to TV shows.
I'm a little bit of a TV nerd, yes. I apologize about that. I do second that.
And sometimes Emmy voters like to be on, you know, maybe kind of catch the wave before it gets too late. So they might be voting for Homeland.
I would love to see Homeland win, but I don't think it will because I think Emmy voters are a little bit older, and I still think they're going to go for something.
Okay, now speaking of old guys, let's talk about Kelsey. Let's talk about Kelsey Grammer. Kelsey Grammer, and he, you know, the Emmy's not without controversy, but he basically says that like he's not going to get any Emmy love because he's Republican. He's throwing that into the mix. Really? Do people care? And people in Hollywood are going to say, you know what, I'm not showing you any love because you're a Republican.
I think there's definitely, you know, there's definitely a pro-liberal world in Hollywood, but he's already won so many awards. For him to say now just because he didn't make it this year, it's pretty, like, I don't know, bad.
And how about a show that people actually watch? I mean, no offense, but Boss.
No one's watching Boss.
Nobody's watching it on
It just
Stars,
looks, I don't need Fraser Crane, like, being a monster and shooting people in the head. That's so weird to me.
for a whole episode of Boss.
It's super, and like, you know, hey, if you want to talk about a Republican winning awards, Clint Eastwood, you know, he's not hurting in that department, right? Not at all. Okay, now Michael J. Fox, he's going to be a presenter, and he's kind of back in the tabloids a little bit, right? He has this new comedy that's going to come out on NBC, but the tabloids kind of attacking him, you know, for his Parkinson's. What's going on there?
Well, the reason he's actually presenting is because he was nominated for a Guest Actor Emmy for The Good Wife. I'm sorry, for the Curb Your Enthusiasm, which he actually lost to Jimmy Fallon. But you know, he has this NBC sitcom, and people are questioning whether or not he can handle it. And the National Enquirer, always, you know, so accurate. They did this whole cover story about how his days are numbered. But what they based it on is the fact that the typical average life of someone with Parkinson's is between 10 and 20 years, and he's already past that. So they're saying, oh, a source is telling us since he's past that. You know what?
Garbage.
He's doing fine. He has so many great things that he's taking, so many drugs that are helping him. I think that he's going to have this sitcom. He's going to be fantastic in it, and he's going to be nominated for an Emmy.
I agree. And, you know, I think that also, I mean, he was really an early disease kind of advocate, always looking at sort of the next thing. He's really healthy, actually, for what we're seeing. And also, the character has Parkinson's.
Yeah.
Yes.
So it's,
Makes sense. And I hope that when he's presenting, he wears the Nikes from Back to the Future. That's what I'm going to be looking for sure. Okay, Jimmy Kimmel.
Yeah.
It's a thankless job hosting any awards show, but what do you expect from him this Sunday?
Well, he says that he's going to pull the biggest prank in the world on the public, and we should watch out for that. What do you think the prank's going to be?
Well, I don't know.
That there is no prank?
Yeah, right. Watch for nothing. So, I mean, I don't know. He says it involves a lot of people, a lot of stars. He says it's not going to be a dance of some kind. So.
Okay. Maybe it'll be Jennifer Aniston pregnant, because you know he did that. She did that Smart Water commercial.
I love that.
And he played her son,
great.
and she was pregnant with triplets. So maybe Jennifer Aniston will come
Bring
out.
her back into the mix.
She's pregnant.
Maybe
she'll give birth right there on
feel
the
like maybe
Emmys.
70 people.
Right.
I mean, at some point, Kim Kardashian has to show up at the Emmys at some point. You got to put her stamp on
Anything
everything.
to make it more interesting than it
Totally.
usually is. Because, man, it's boring sitting in that.
And the thing is, he knows it's boring. He
Yeah.
said it like 100
Yeah.
times already. I know
It
it's
is.
a boring show. So his goal is just to keep it lively, keep it moving. And also, he's kind of a loose cannon. He talks trash about his own network. You know what I mean? So it's free, you know, he's going to be jabbing at almost everyone there.
Definitely a lot of jokes for ABC to go around, so we should have a lot of material. Laura, we're going to see you backstage on Access Hollywood,
Yes,
right? Kicking at the
absolutely.
Emmys. And Jethro, you're going to be holding it down for Celebuzz.com.
Yes, I'll be there too.
And also, you can check out Jethro's Emmy picks at Celebuzz.com. You know, get in there, argue with him. What do you think? Compare your scorecard to his. Definitely check it out. Now, when we come back, an Emmy fashion flashback. Which incredible dress impressed? Next.